And we are live. You can catch us on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll be right back with you, Howlers. We'll be right back. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas. We have a little bit of a different episode right now for today at 5:30, and we got Rico in here. He's going to be co-hosting with me today for this evening. We got another guest, a special guest in today, and this episode is called Howler Network. So we're going to let our guest introduce herself. So why don't you introduce yourself to the people out there?
Hi everyone, my name is Irene Rojas and I'm part of the Howls over Baaz network here. And today's episode is going to talk about howl her, so female howlers.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of get into that a little bit.
You all right?
Choking over here. So yeah, we're creating a Howler network, and pretty much we have Diamond Studios over here. Shout out to Diamond Studios. So what we're doing is we're starting to build a team. Before it was just me and Ronnie, and then we brought in Shadi and his team, and Malachi, and then Rico came in, and now she's coming in for the sales side of things. She's been going to networking events. I kind of want her to share what she's been doing.
Thank you, Jacob. So Jacob has hired me to help with sales and marketing. I do a lot of networking, and what we're doing is going out to different network events and chapter meetings around the area, from the Inland Empire to Orange County to LA. And we go and we meet with other businesses and entrepreneurs, share what our vision is and what we have to offer other businesses on our podcast.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing, sorry I was choking a little bit, guys. But basically what we're doing is we want to build, that's what we built this off of in the first place, bringing in entrepreneurs, leaders in their industry to come on and tell their story. Keep it more authentic, real, where they're telling the ups and downs of how they started their business, where they're at. Nobody really cares just so much about the clout, the hype. We know if their business is doing good, that's great. They had to build it and get to that point. So what I figured out, I was like, you know what? There's a lot of networking events we can go to, different chapters. We just had somebody out here, Dr. Patty Ford. I actually met her from a BNI chapter, and been talking with her and dealing with other entrepreneurs, because pretty much everybody in those networking groups have different entrepreneurs. So I decided to bring her in for sales. She already does sales in other areas. Mm-hmm. So I brought her in, and that's what she's been doing. So this is brand new, what we're doing right now, but we have other things going on, and we're starting to build our team. So if other people are even interested that want to talk with us, that think they can bring something, some value to us, always hit us up. But I wanted to kind of get into Irene's career, so you can kind of see what she's been doing, why we picked her to do this. So you're doing the Howler Network right now.
Yes.
But why would I pick you for that? What other fields have you been doing for you to catch my eye on doing the sales for our business?
Well, a lot of people that know me personally know that I am in multiple fields. I worked in the medical field for over about 20 years, and in the medical field I do aesthetic consulting. So, excuse me, my head's too small. So I work with plastic surgeons, doctors' offices, and I am part of the sales and marketing team to get women to beautify themselves in the medical field. So whether they were doing Botox, facelifts, implants, anything like that, I worked in the aesthetic side. So my job is to, one, see what you want to do, and two, get you to buy the product. So that was what I did a lot in the medical side of things. I'm also a health and fitness coach, so I help overweight women and men lose weight. And with that, I don't want to say it's sales, but it's something that you definitely have to network, because nobody's going to come to you and ask for help to lose weight. It's all about being a product of the product. So with that, I had to become a product of the product to be able to sell the product.
So you were more like a walking advertisement. You started getting
Yes,
healthy yourself.
I was overweight, and let me tell you the story how it went. I was overweight. I was trying to lose weight on my own with keto, with walking, exercising, low calories. And at that time, I think Adele was losing weight. It was like in 2020, right around the pandemic, and I had gotten the heaviest I had ever been. And I lost self-esteem. I didn't want to work. Nothing fit me. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, and I started losing weight. I joined a boot camp. And then in that boot camp, I noticed that I paid X amount of dollars per session every day. And there were, let's say, 5, 6 classes a day. And in each class was 30, 40 women. And I went to the owner and I said, excuse me, but how do I make the money that you're making? And that's how it started. And they broke it down with me. And then I lost 20 pounds in 2 months. And then from there, I became a coach for that gym that I was working out at. And then within a matter of months, I was making thousands of dollars helping my friends and family also lose weight. So it was like extra income while I was working in the medical field. So I started calling myself the health hero. And I knew nothing what I was doing at first. And I would go out to networking events, not being shy. I would show up to pop-ups, I'd show up to health fairs, and I'd show up everywhere I could and just talk about health. And I look back now and you know, I'm a lot more fit now than I was 3 years ago, but it didn't matter to me because I wanted to share my story. And me sharing my story, I was able to get money from that.
So it kind of changed your life too at the same time as you were getting money.
Yes,
So
it was very rewarding to be able to help so many people. And then, you know, from there I would do odds and ends with my friends. They have companies, and I would help market their companies. And I said, well, I'm over here helping my friends get rich. Let me do what they're doing. You know, so I started a catering company. I started hiring family members to help with catering. I started a meal prep company, and I would go to businesses and say, if you advertise my meal preps on your Instagram, I'll give you a free week of meal preps. I would go to the gyms and give the owners discounts. And there was a time where I had so many meal preps, I would be cooking in my kitchen 2 days, from Saturday to Sunday all day. And it was a great sense of pride because I was helping everybody get healthy, you know. And so I did that. I was able to make connections with the city of Fontana, with other organizations, and then with those organizations, they started bringing me on to ask for more networking, to do a lot of volunteer work. And then, you know, I realized how much money is in real estate. So I've recently, this past year, got into real estate. And within months of being a realtor, I've already made sales that people that have been in real estate for years haven't been able to make. You know? And the only way I was able to be successful in all of these fields was through networking, talking to everybody about everything. I can go to the grocery store and make a friend and tell them about health or wellness or talk about real estate or talk about anything. Everywhere I go, doesn't matter where I'm at, I'm going to talk about stuff. So now I'm talking about the Howls over Baaz podcast if they're an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to share their story.
So the key thing that you would tell anybody who's starting a business is networking yourself and networking what you're doing at all times. That's the key thing to being a good
I
business.
believe that's a key thing. Don't be silent. So in real estate, we say don't be a silent agent. You know, tell everybody that you're an agent. Post about being an agent. Post about the homes. Post about the programs that are available for people to buy homes. In health and wellness, be a product of the product. I can't preach for you to be skinny if I'm fat. Or, excuse my language, if I am unhealthy. I can't preach for you to eat healthy and then you see me and I'm drinking alcohol every weekend and I'm eating burgers all the time and I'm posting about it. How can I promote? Yeah, I have to practice what I preach. And that's one of the hard things about the health and wellness field is becoming a product of your product. When I started gaining weight again due to bad behaviors or drinking like we're talking about, then I started losing clientele. So you really do have to walk the walk and talk the talk. So
Yeah, that makes sense. So when it comes to being a howler, we always talk about like the difference between men and women howlers, but when it comes to being a howler, like we have always like a list of questions we ask a lot of men and women, and we want to know their aspect on it.
okay.
So right off the bat, a leader, because you're a leader, period. Like you have multiple businesses, multiple income streams coming in. You have different things you're doing. You can sell. I mean, I feel like every howler has to be able to sell their business, educate people on their business, their product, whatever the case is. They always have to be able to handle that and do that. So right off the bat, at the beginning, everything's built on a foundation. Mm-hmm. So right off when it comes to that is God. Okay. Now, a lot of times I feel like people, especially like a howler, they have to build themselves from a foundation of God. Now, what do you think about that? Is God in your life? And how does that work for you? How do you see yourself building from your foundation?
So I was talking with a friend about this yesterday, and I say, I pray for you. I pray for, they're like, you pray, Irene? Yes, I do go to church. But for me, it's, I when I'm down and out, because let's be real, entrepreneurship isn't all clouds and rainbows and perfect. So, when I'm crying, I ask God, it's like, please, just before I used to say when my kids were growing up, please give me the patience, please give me the patience. Now it's like, please give me the wisdom, please give me the strength, please let me continue to help other people, because I'm not doing what I do right now. I'm not doing what I'm doing for money. I mean, I love the money, right? But I'm doing what I'm doing to help other people, and I feel that you have to have some type. I'm not going to say you have to have some type of spirituality. You're not necessarily God, but you have to believe in something
higher than yourself, something bigger than yourself, yeah.
And when you pray, you can't pray for yourself. You can't be selfish. You have to pray like, I'm going to cry. Please let me become a better woman so that I can help more women who have been in the situations that I've been in.
Right.
Please let everything that I've been through, God, so that whatever all my hardships, that I can help another woman in the future.
So she won't have to go through what you've been through if you can help it out.
So do I believe in God? Yes. And, do I go to church? Yes. Do I go as often as I want to? No.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. We're not going to lie here.
Yeah.
But anytime I feel that I'm down and out, I have my pink Bible right there on my nightstand, and I do read, and I reach out to my friends, and they pray for me. So I feel like my coach squad, they pray for me. My family prays for me.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, no one's perfect. We all, we all slip up sometimes. No matter if it's food, if it's we're going on the health journey. Like you said, you start losing clients when you start getting way back because you're not perfect.
No.
So when it comes from either health or your journey with God or even your business, you might get comfortable. You're making a certain amount of money, and then you start slacking off. You always have to turn to something that's higher than you, or doing something just more than just money, helping other females or other people on their weight journey. It has to be higher than the money. You know what I mean? Because if not, if you're doing anything just for money, you only can get so much of it.
I can make more money right now if I go back into the healthcare field. In the healthcare field, I literally just clock in, clock out, play around on my phone, help people when they're sick, go change a bandage or do something in the stroke unit, and I get paid very well. But it's not fulfilling anymore. It used to be.
Yeah.
When I first started the medical field, it was great helping people, but then the laws changed, the rules changed, insurance changes, the doctors change, and the healthcare field is really not getting paid what it used to. Mm-hmm. But I could make more money than hustling and busting my butt every single day.
But you have to love.
But then I have to listen to someone else. I have to clock in at a certain time. I have to listen to rules. I can't take time off when I want. I can't spend time with my kids when I want. I can't just go to a movie on a Tuesday when I want.
Yeah.
And that's what's important to me about owning my own business.
That's a big thing.
So I want to ask you, and I want to ask you this question. I haven't asked a lot of the, not every person that we brought on, but I've talked to you about a lot of development that we've been doing with the Howls over Baaz, and you've helped with some things. So I want to ask you, what is a female Baaz to you? What is a female Baaz?
What's funny is when we were talking about Baaz, I remember when we came up with that idea a few months ago, and I was like, it's like a Baaz bitch, like a follower. So like a sheep, like those girls at the clubs, and they're like twerking and trying to be cool and stuff, I've never been a twerker, so I could say that. But but a Baaz is a girl that follows the crowd. She's worried about what other people think. For me, I don't give a F. I don't know if I can cuss on here. I don't care what people think about me, as long as I know people close to me are proud of me and love me and support me. But a girl that's a Baaz is somebody that never, you're working your butt off for your employer to make $1 more in a year. The girls that they are at the same job for 20 years and they never reach for more in life. The girls, no, you see it all the time.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna work my butt off every day, and I'm gonna do really good, and I'm gonna make $1.50 more next year. Trust me, my 20s, I was that girl. But by the time I was at my first job, 5 years, I became the manager.
That's
And the
really
next job, I was there 2 years, became the manager, and then so on and so on. The management got faster and faster and faster.
Right.
But once you reach the top, I mean, unless I go to more schooling and become a doctor, what am I
Yeah,
going
we're
to do with
doing, yeah.
myself? Like, seriously,
Yeah.
what was I going to do with myself? And so a Baaz is a woman that lets someone tell her what to do, that cares what people think, that limits herself because to please other people around her. And I'm not that girl. I've never been that girl. Ask my mom if she's watching. I've been trouble since the day I came out the womb. Like, I've been that girl that doesn't listen. I'm the girl that if you say no, I say yes. I'm the girl that if you say don't do that, I say watch me and watch me good. I'm the girl, like, that's me. Like, if you say I can't do something, I'm going to do it. Whether it's in my work, whether it's my friends, wherever I go.
Yeah.
Like,
But then you can't get a sale for House Over Baaz. How about that? Let's see you do it.
oh my goodness, don't start.
oh, yes, you
challenge
can.
me, challenge me, challenge me.
You can't get a sale by the end of next week.
30-day challenge. 30-day challenge.
I know.
Yeah, the last 30-day challenge I had actually was in real estate. We had to do this thing called a superstar training, and it was a 2-week training to teach like realtors that have been in the field 2 years or less, right? How to be a top producer, right? So one of the 30-day challenges that you had to open and close a deal within 30 days, and I did 2 in those 30 days. Because it's like, oh, you're going to challenge me? Like, I love challenges. Like, I don't know, they're always fun.
And you've only been doing it for a couple of months, you said, right?
Like less than a year. Yeah. And how I lost weight actually was challenges. We would
Stressed out.
No, we would do these 21-day challenges. I don't know if you guys, I used to do Herbalife, right? So way back when, and one of the gimmicks or one of the things that we do is 21-day challenges. Well, I don't do it anymore, but and you have to eat healthy, work out every day, and follow the program for 21 days. So they were challenges though, and you won money.
Okay.
So it's like, ooh, money's
money.
involved. Not only am I going to look good, but you're going to give me money too. So I did 6 of those challenges. Out of those 6 of those challenges, I beat like 20 other women 2 times. But I wanted that money. And then because of how my
Motivation.
results, I got my friends to do it. And then they started winning because I started giving them all the tips on how to win.
Motivation.
So,
Motivation.
so then they got free money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So the next question I want to ask you then, this is a question, we've been hearing a lot of unique answers from this question too, and I really like some of these answers. But I want to ask you personally, what do you believe a leader is?
I'm not going to say a leader is like the richest person in the room or the best person in the room. A leader or someone in the, as management telling you what to do. A leader is somebody that everything that I know, all my knowledge, I'm going to teach you. Because for my staff or my team or my kids, my family, anywhere I go, if I have the knowledge, I'm not going to keep it to myself. Because you're only as good as the people around you. You're only as good as your weakest link. That's what I would always say.
True.
So it's like, I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself, how to be self-sufficient for yourself. So to me, a leader is somebody that realizes they're not perfect. A leader is somebody that doesn't categorize or put people into different levels in life. People, they don't judge you. They don't, oh, you're a loser, I'm not going to help you, or you're this, I'm not, a leader is somebody that guides, directs, and tells you their flaws as well as their triumphs so that you can to learn from them.
Yeah.
So to me, that a leader is somebody that, it's so much. Like,
Different things. Everybody has their own perspective.
yeah,
I mean,
a leader is
there's
somebody.
no bad answer.
Yeah, a
really.
leader is somebody that I'm going to admire. Of course, if you're doing some, like, we're talking about alcohol earlier, right? Like, oh, I'm not going to drink or something. So if I'm a leader, I'm saying I'm not going to drink, and then I pour you a drink, then I'm not, But if you if you're leading by example and you're not drinking, and then that's going to make us not want to drink, type of thing.
Right.
You know, a leader is someone that leads by example, also.
Yeah, that's what
So.
I would say. A leader is somebody who puts the people around them in the best possible position they can be in before they, you know what I mean, came to you. No matter if it's been your friend for years or not, but if you're doing something and then your friends aren't doing what you're doing and you see them struggling, is you put them in a better position than they were before. You know what I mean? So it's putting the people around you in a better position they could be in. Whoever's following you. You know what I mean? Because you can't leave, because some people will be loyal to a T, and you know what I mean, and go broke over following somebody else.
You have to cut
you know what
people
I mean?
off. You have to.
You know what I mean? So you have to be careful with the people who do call themselves leaders, because nowadays it's all about an image, and image only goes so far. And leaders, and if you're a real leader, it'll show quick.
Yeah, a real leader, I feel people want to be around you. You know, there's a difference of, like, they say, oh, there's alpha females out there. Me and another person were just talking about this. There's alpha females out there, and then they have their minions following them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want minions. I want a woman to look at me and say, you know what, if Irene did that, then I can do that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want to be able to help all the people Irene's helped, just like she is.
So that's a good example. So like there'll be so-called like wolves, howlers out there, but they want to surround themselves with Baazes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they want to
Make
surround
themselves look
themselves with
better.
weak people.
Yeah.
And see, I've never, ever wanted to surround myself with Baazes since I can remember. Even if I did meet people that I considered weak, I would literally like make them strong. I would teach them to fight. There's all kinds of things I would do to teach them to be stronger and fight for themselves and learn how to do different things. So even if I did surround myself, even my dad would be able to like testify again for this, because that's how I was. I feel like everybody that I'm around, I want to bring them up. Because at the same time, like you said, we are as strong as our weakest link. And if we're going to have a team, you want us all to be strong. Now, look at a wolf pack. They all wolves. They're all howlers. They're all hunting together. There's no sheep in there. You know, they'd eat that sheep. They'd eat it up. So they'd eat that Baaz. So, that's how I look at things. Like, you're going to run with the pack. You're all going to win together, hunt together, eat together. I think that's how it should be. Instead of trying to walk over people. Because I've seen a lot of that. Like, I've had multiple businesses doing different things. I've had to deal with different people, even friends, that have betrayed me, that we could have been hunting together. Right. But they always, but a lot of times people like clout. People like,
it's fake, though. The image isn't real. Like, I've had friends backstab me also. I've had friends I've tried to lift up. And sometimes you have to, like, it gets lonely at the top sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It's lonely at the top for sure.
Because you have to let go of a lot of people that you wanted to bring with you, whether it was out of jealousy, whether it was, they think you're going to take their ideas or they, they're just not ready to grow. Yeah. I always try to help the women around me too, but some women don't want to be helped. Some women.
It's not just women though; it's people.
Okay, well, I'm here as a woman howler, but men and
some
women.
Of their own experience. Yeah.
Yes, they don't want to be helped. Like.
They don't.
It's
that's
easy
crazy
for some.
That's crazy even hearing that.
No.
Like, I don't.
No, but they don't want to be helped. People
Like,
are comfortable.
You know what I mean?
No, it even gets crazier. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. It gets
People
crazier
are
than
comfortable
that.
in their own ways, and to be uncomfortable, to be comfortable is
to be
uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, you need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
And people aren't willing to do that. They're not willing to push. And I've always pushed myself. And am I where I want to be in life right now? No. But am I going to where I want to be? Yes. And I'm going to keep being uncomfortable and keep being uncomfortable, failing, rising. And people that know me see me, and those who want to be like, I've inspired so many people to open up their own businesses from meeting me,
right.
And it's really nice to hear that. It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid for it, but they're like, Irene, I started my own business because of you. Irene, I started getting healthy because of you. And you don't realize how many people you're affecting by just being you, by being authentic. And
it's worth more than money.
It is.
Well, the thing is too, like with this, like we're talking about the Howler Network, that we can all this can pay off. So, like, when it comes to my idea of this Howler Network, all these people that you have inspired and that built businesses and done different things. We've been talking about this on a couple different episodes where we want to actually create like our own networking group and have different entrepreneurs help in some way, shape, or form another another business, and they go around the room because they kind of do that with BNI
And the team chapters also.
Yeah, they kind of do that, but I want to do ours at a higher scale when it comes to that. There's a lot of things we've been talking about, and I really think that we can do something like that. And I'm bringing certain people in that we've been bringing on the podcast, other entrepreneurs. We've been talking about it with them. But I really feel like those people that you inspired and stuff, all that stuff will pay off. But there has to be a blueprint that we got to develop in order to bring these people in to do different things with them, and that's what we're trying to develop here with the Howler Network.
Well, a lot of things with networking is, if I refer you and I help your business, whether it's the laundromat, whether it's to anyone that how are you going to help my business? Let's help each other.
Right. Yeah.
And women are really good at that, especially the Latina community or any brown community. My daughter calls them brown people, like Asians. Brown colored people, right? I sound so dumb right now, but this is how my daughter says it. She's so cute too, Princess Violet, right? And she's like, Mom, there was no yellow people, there was no brown people. She's so cute. But they network within each other, within the community, and they rise up together because we don't see ourselves as competition. We see ourselves as the whole community is rising. And women, all the women that support me in my life, even like my coaches or my clients, anywhere I go, that my friends that have businesses, we all support each other first before anyone else. And that's how it should be. You should support family, friends, people that support you, right? So they're like, oh, Irene does catering. Irene does this. Irene does that. Call Irene. And there's actually a Facebook group in my community where I live, and my name is on there all the time for everything you could think of, whether it's bartending, health and fitness, catering, anything that you could think of, Irene's name is in there. And that's kind of like the whole thing about it, how I became known and they call me the health hero, right? Like I have the city of Fontana contacting me. I have different programs contacting me, the City Walk, and they send me emails. And they're looking for the health hero. That's what they're looking for, the health hero. And people have gone up to me, oh, you're the health hero. And I'm so shy and embarrassed about it. But especially when I would gain the weight back, I'm like, oh, no, that's not me. I'm kidding. Hey, I was the health hero. No, just kidding. No, but to be able to go back out there and be my persona, the health hero again. And I really believe that through networking is where it's going to be, like talking to people. And I feel like women are able to network more than men. Maybe it's that inner chismosa in us, I don't know. But when we talk about things, we know how to do it smoothly, and we know how to throw things out there very smoothly.
Yeah, well, I think women have a different way of networking too, because they can really go off their beauty, and people are going to be attracted to that.
I didn't want to say all that.
It's reality.
It's reality. It is.
You know what I mean? You see a big guy like Jacob knocking on your door, asking to sell something because he's trying to network, and then you knock on the door, and it's going to...
Me and my female coworkers in my real estate office, we talk about that. I feel it's easier for me. I'm not trying to be conceited, but I feel that I'm attractive, and it has been easier for me to land jobs or talk to people. Thank God I got braces, and it really does make a difference. And unfortunately, vanity or people, I'm not vain, but society is vain, and it really does matter to me, like if you're attractive or not. But in the same token, some of my coworkers will say it's harder for attractive women. Especially when you're a curvy woman or something, we have to cover up.
You know what I mean?
All men don't take us seriously. Yeah. Men think they're just going to sleep with us, or if we do a deal with them, then it goes both ways. Yes, we have to be attractive to get the jobs, but two, everywhere we go, we're hit on, and that's a problem.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy though? We're gonna get into a little bit of the DNR right here on this one, because those girls. We're getting into a little bit of the DNR on this one. So I had a sales girl that worked for me. And she would go out and she would get hit on, but the way she, rejected that whole situation was money, was on point. So I've seen curvy girls being able to, be like, nah. They would literally, she would literally, they would say something about her. She would, anyways, and then she'd go right back to the subject. And I would see that a lot, and I've seen other people do that. So a lot of times, if I feel like if women are going out there showing the goods, of course dudes are going to be trying to, hit on them and say sleep with them. A lot of dudes will try to do it regardless.
Yeah, guys are going to try
But
anyways.
but it's the flirtatiousness and all that kind of stuff. Because you can, I've seen it. I've literally seen it where girls are, there's no flirtatious or flirting in them whatsoever when they go do sales. And these guys, they shut these dudes down, and they still get the sale. It's just not. But the dude, because he thinks maybe he can do it again and again and again.
He feels embarrassed.
But he just can't do it.
Yeah.
So I've seen it done. So a lot of the times I feel like they're objectifying themselves on that, and they're flaunting their stuff. So that I feel like a lot of times, like, yes, because dudes can do like the same type of deal. Like our sales are different the way we handle sales. Because I've done sales for my business.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get the point on that when you're doing things a certain way. I mean, because I feel like a lot of times, like, depending on the situation, another man doesn't want to hear a woman talks from my industry. Mm-hmm. So even her being pretty, they're like, dude, basically, like, get out of here, girl, little girl.
So luckily, we're at the brokerage that I work for in real estate. We do sometimes partner up with other realtors. And there's been times where I feel I have to bring a man on board, whether it's my cousin, he's also a realtor, or I have to bring another realtor from the office. And it's like, can you call them? Because I feel like they're not taking me seriously as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it? And it's true. Sometimes you need a man to be assertive and aggressive. And sometimes other men, especially other men agents, respect that more.
Yeah, and sometimes you need women. Because I would, like, even with my business, I'll have a woman call to close a deal, because the customer, a lot of times men are, let's just be honest, they're simps, they're chumps. they will literally just want to, they're Baazes. They'll literally just do the job because they want the women to think that they have money. So they might be like, dang, that's too much, and you'll hear them complain to me. Like, if I was to call them, they would complain about it the whole time. It might be a big trouble trying to get the deal, or you might not get it at all. You have a woman call them, they'll close the deal just for hearing that nurturing, attractive voice.
Or, you know what I mean? Or
they
seem like
they want to seem like a baller, like oh, I got this, Even if they never even seen the girl, they're still like that.
That's a fake Howler.
So yeah, that's a Baaz. That's a Baaz.
Yeah.
This Baaz, do the Baaz on that one. But when it comes to, like, men and women can help each other, because I would bring a woman in to close the deal, and she would bring me in to close the deal. So sometimes it would just work vice versa. So a lot of the times we'd go out, me and her, a lot, just so we didn't have to, like, try to close a deal. We would just be closing deals one after another. So there is just different things you can do. But, I mean, we didn't create the system. We just got to work with what we got in the system. So you got to learn to maneuver your way around that system. There's always ways of doing it. So, I mean, I get it. You're going to be objectified sometimes, even if you're not dressed or acting flirtatious and things like that. But at the same time, like, there is ways of maneuvering things around and to still get what you need, because sales is a sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with my health and wellness company, I actually do. I'm not going to say I objectify myself, but there are times where I have to show little clothes, or I show pictures of,
the results.
Results, because I want other moms, to see. So, but then you have men that are all on my Instagram, right? And it's like, if I'm dating anybody, they're like, oh, why are you posting that? Or, just saying. And it's just like, dude, I worked hard to work out, but other moms need to be able to see that they can do it without surgeries, Other moms need to be able to see you don't have to go under the knife to change your body. So it's kind of like, sometimes I do use my looks because I know it will get me money, especially in the health and wellness field. I do have to use it. But in real estate, I feel like in real estate or in my management, my sales skills, like, talk to me as a person. So I have to dress the part regardless of what role I'm playing that day. I was just telling someone yesterday, like, I am an actress. Like, I have to play the role of that job that day. So am I going to put on the hard face today? Am I going to put on the gentle? Am I going to be the caregiver today? Like, which role do I need to play today?
You guys are hearing this.
Yes.
Women have a lot of faces.
Yes. Which role do I need to play today?
That sounds toxic.
It's from, I work different jobs.
Yeah, but she's gonna sell you. Doesn't matter what these. What she's saying.
She has to close the deal.
Do you have anybody in the chat at all? Is there anybody watching the chat? See if we have anybody in the chat. 'Cause I don't see nobody popping up, but I just wanted to find out. Okay. I'm in the chat. Okay, so yeah, that's toxic.
No, because, like, for my health and wellness clients, right? Some women need me to tell them, like, girl, I don't know why you're complaining about that you have cellulite. This is how I talk to the girls sometimes. I don't know why you're complaining about cellulite, girl, when I saw you posting that hamburger. Do you want to look fine by this date or not? Do you want to fit into that dress or not?
That's
okay,
tough love. That's tough
I
love.
have
That's
to.
what you have to
But
do.
then other ones, when I'm like that, I won't hear from the girls for weeks. And I'm like, fuck, I was too mean to them.
But that's not.
And so
that's not
some of them I
mean.
have to coddle. Oh my God. Like, I have to. Well, I'm proud of all my girls, but there's some girls I have to coddle more and some girls that I have to be hard on.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of girl you got to be hard on. For health and wellness, like you have to push me. Like it doesn't matter how thin I would get or fit. I'm going to hire a trainer. Like I'm going to hire somebody that knows more than me to help me. If I want to drop weight, I'm going to enter next year a competition. I'm going to hire a trainer. I'm going to hire a nutritionist. I'm going to hire someone that's on my ass telling me, no, bitch, you can't eat that.
Yeah. Some people need that. Some people understand better with yelling. Some people, you can't yell. They'll break down. You won't get that phone call for a couple of weeks, but everybody's different. Though.
Or like a boss that tells me, you better make a sale by next week or you're in trouble. I need that.
Yeah.
I need that motivation,
Everybody's different.
Like, challenge me.
Well, you know what's good right now? I'm going to challenge you right now. So
Okay. What are you challenging me? You guys are hearing this, right? He's trying to challenge me.
I'm going to challenge you right now, though. Like,
what's my... Okay, well, let's negotiate
that's
this.
what I'm going to tell you right now, though.
Okay.
So
we have our viewers.
you have the list of all the advertisements.
Yes.
So it's perfect timing to tell the viewers what you're selling for Howls over Baaz, and if you can break it down, you can even pull up your phone if you want to look at it a little bit, and shoot your little pitch out to them and see how it goes. Like you might as well just do your thing
For the businesses and if
yes,
they
and then after that, I want to talk to you more about it. But why don't you shoot the pitch out to our viewers of what type of advertisement we're selling for the podcast?
Okay, well, I turn my
them.
phone off because it gets very distracting for those of you that know me. Like, I literally live on this phone.
Busy woman.
Yes.
But while she's doing that, why don't you tell the viewers, because we are having another DNR December 19th,
All right.
and we have another girl that was on the Fresh and Fit podcast that's coming out here.
Allie?
No, not Allie, a different girl. Someone else. I have her name in my phone, but I'll look it up later.
So, we're just talking about, so if anybody wants to come on the 19th, females, we're going to do a DNR. DNR stands for dating and relationships. So we're going to have an open discussion as far as like do's, don'ts, what men like, what women like. You know what I mean? We're going to pick your brain. You guys can pick our brain. If you want to be on, we're going to be doing it on the 19th. So DM me at Rico, RICO _THA _man. And so if you want to come on, let me know. We're going to be shooting at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. So the 19th. So let me know if anybody wants to come on. And I'll respond back.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's break this down.
Okay, guys. So we all watch Howls Over Baaz podcast, right? So right now we are over 12 different platforms. We're streaming live on multiple platforms right now. So when you become a guest on our podcast, we're not charging as of yet, right? You guys want to get in before then, before we start charging. It's like, oh my God, I'm so shy. You guys are putting me on the spot with the lights and everything.
You got it. Just say it to me then, and me and Rico.
Okay.
Don't pitch it, just talk.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just tell us. I would say
tell you a
pitch
little
it.
bit more
What you
about
do
our
know,
company.
What you do know,
So-
just talk to us.
Okay. So we're Howls Over Baaz podcast. We're over 12 different platforms with 30,000 followers.
Well, we have
Viewers.
we have 10,000 subscribers, and we actually have now it's like 56
So,
people that viewed the podcast. 56,000. Yeah, right now as of
Wow,
now. Yeah, I saw it
56,000.
on our thing. But yeah, go ahead.
So we have different I can't do it, you guys. This is
You can do it.
embarrassing.
Come on, you got to keep the ball rolling.
This
Don't
is the money.
stop.
This is the money.
This is the
You
money
know what
right
I mean?
here.
So when you come on our podcast, we offer different advertising packages, whether it's on our YouTube as a link, whether it's as a shout out, whether it's on a strip underneath the bottom of our different episodes. There's different levels to it. We even have our videographers and recordings team here, production team, that can come out to your place of business.
Diamond Studios. Shout
Diamond
out.
Studios. And they will record what you do at your business to kind of give the audience a little bit more history and background of you. If you were to pay a private production company or anything like that, you would be paying thousands of dollars, right? So with us, our episodes start at...
This is for the advertisement.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is if your advertisement's going to be on screen, or we might put like
A website link in the YouTube description.
and our on our website, or maybe put like a cup with your name on the table,
Or shout out.
do
to
shout
your
outs,
name
different things.
with your logo, or if you want us to wear a shirt with your logo, we can do that. And our packages start off as little as $15, $25, and depending on what you want, we can do 33 episodes, 50 episodes, 100 episodes. And as you buy more episode advertising, the price per episode is lower for you. So.
Yeah, well, the thing is though, you do got to buy a certain amount of episodes, so we do have a
33.
rate. So 33 is like the
minimum.
the minimum amount. So you can basically.
So basically, your business will be advertised on 33 episodes, no matter if it's us talking about it, having like you said, a cup on the table with your information,
Or the advertisement going through the live stream.
So it's different ways that your business can get out there, and like you said, we have over 50,000 watchers on the YouTube. 10,000 over.
And that's
10,000
just YouTube.
subscribers. Yeah.
So actually, we
Instagram,
have
it's over 5,000.
Yeah, we have people. We have people on Facebook and Instagram, and we have a lot of people watching our stuff. So, what it comes down to is this is the biggest. The reason I started this podcast, I own a different business, but this is the biggest form of sales there is now. You can reach the world. You can reach your local area. You can reach them so much faster. And so much, and at a crazy pace, where it could bring in so much more business. That's literally the reason I even started this, to actually start promoting my business as well too. That's why It's another reason why. So this is like the biggest thing that you can do. A lot of people and a lot of businesses are doing this. They're paying to go on podcasts. They'll pay a lot of money. It's going. Honestly, the range starts from like $500 all the way to $50,000. They're paying just to go on the podcasts. Mm-hmm. And so people are paying big money for this stuff. I know a person that's going on about 3 podcasts a week promoting his businesses. And he's paying to go on a lot of these podcasts. He's a multimillionaire, but that's what he's doing. So this is like the new form of sales, a new form of marketing. This is everything right now. So if you're looking to get on the podcast, we can always talk. You can DM the Howls over Baaz Instagram. Always DM Rico or Irene. And talk to them about how you can be an advertiser on the podcast, because at the same time, that episode's always going to be able to be aired. It's always going to be on the YouTube. So they're going to be able to keep seeing it. At the same time, we can rename the same episode and keep reposting the same episode with your advertisements on there. It's just a never-ending thing. The bigger we get, the more views the episodes get. It's like a nonstop thing. So that's something that you should be interested in. Me as a business owner, I was interested in it. That was a big reason why I even started the podcast as well.
I've paid hundreds of dollars for advertising before. To advertise with Yelp, you're paying $300, $400, $500 a month to advertise. That's monthly. To hire somebody to do the video is hundreds of dollars. To have someone put your link on things, hundreds of dollars. So,
well, you see businesses, they pay like I know businesses that are paying like
thousands.
$2,000 to $3,000, and they're paying for banners and cups and pencils or pens and all that kind of stuff. And what ends up doing is they're only going to be able to give them out to the people that they meet or within the business, or if they do events, or people that drive by their business. But this is going to be reaching a way bigger audience. So I mean, if you really think about it, that podcast is a new thing. Yeah. So if you're really looking to advertise your business, right now is the time. And I've been researching a lot of things, and 2025 podcast is supposed to be like the biggest thing out. So you getting in now, getting your advertisements going, things like that, it's going to be a lot cheaper now than throughout these years of this going on. So and let's be honest, we're probably the biggest podcast inland empire right now. So like for sure. So if you guys want to come and advertise through us, we're here, and we're going to reach a big local audience for you guys. So you should always think about that.
Sorry, you caught me on the spot.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I think we should just let the people should know. We haven't done this yet either.
Yeah.
So this is a
Yeah.
good thing to know.
And we have packages starting under $1,000. Like we have packages that are
Yeah, for the advertisements.
yes for
Yeah.
advertising. Hmm.
So, and then, like I said, even with Rico, we are doing DNRs. So we want to bring girls in. We want to do it twice a month. This month we haven't done one, but we do want to do one twice a month. So any woman that wants to come on for dating and relationship debate, advice, whatever the case is, DM him. You can message him, and you can come on the show as well. So there's a lot. We're planning on getting to a lot of different things, and we're building our team right now. And it's just getting bigger and bigger. We hit 10,000 subscribers just recently. Push out that hell on that one. 10,000 we hit.
We're almost at 11.
Yeah, we're almost at 11 now. We're almost at 6,000. Pretty much 6,000 followers on Instagram, and we just started this 5 months ago.
That actually happened overnight.
Yeah.
What, it was like a month and a half ago. We were at like
300. It was like 325, and then
on
boom,
Instagram.
it just started jumping.
Now we're at 5,000, over 5,000.
Yeah, so it's just getting bigger and bigger, and we're just things are just popping off more and more. So I'm telling you, now's the time to get involved if you guys want to get involved. So we're building the team. This is the network. This is the team right here. Ronnie, he will be back on at 7. What time is it right now? We still got some time, so we're gonna ask you some more questions. I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
So, and I kind of want to even push some towards you a little bit. I'm gonna go from both of you guys.
Okay.
So, you being in your industry, we'll start with you. What is, just being an entrepreneur, a person that, a woman in all the different fields you're in, what do you think that your biggest sacrifice has been?
It's been family time. Like, you quit your job, like, it's kind of like a cliche, right? Like, I quit my 9 to 5 because I couldn't take time off to take my kids to the doctors, and I couldn't go to their school events, and I couldn't do all this stuff with my kids. But when you become an entrepreneur, there's going to be times where you're going to miss that crap too, because you have clients during that time. Mm-hmm. Or you have to work more hours than you thought. Like a 9 to 5 is 9 to 5, but your own business is any time of the day that they need you, any time of day. Mm-hmm. So I feel like family. So my kids, I have to make an appointment with my own children. You know, like every week I take my my youngest on a date. But so I try to bring my kids into my business with me. When I was doing health coaching, I brought my child with me. My kids are all into health and fitness. My kids all work out. My kids meal prep. My kids work, they try to inspire their friends to work out. And my kids became coaches. When I did the bartending, my daughter, she joined me. Went to real estate school with me, But it would sacrifice family. I sacrifice. There's been times where I have to sacrifice relationships, or I have to sacrifice my money. If money's tight that month, it's like, do I get to go on vacations with my friends, or do I know that I'm going to need that money for my business because I have the more business ventures that I'm trying to pay for. So now I'm sorry I can't go with you guys to this event because that money I have to go buy a billboard, or I have to buy a for sale sign, or I have to buy, I have to pay for another course that's required of me. So I had to sacrifice time with friends. I had to sacrifice vacations. I've had to sacrifice a lot of things.
And that's the difference between having a 9 to 5, and being an entrepreneur. Because people think that the entrepreneurship thing is all roses just because you're making your own schedule and all that, but you still have to, do things that you're not able to do because you don't know if the money's going to come
exactly.
in. Like you're going to get a job. At the end of the week, you're going to get a paycheck.
Exactly. That's
no matter if it's
thing.
2 hours that you worked that week, or you're going to get something. Entrepreneurship, you don't know what you're going to make unless you get up off your ass and get it.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
that is totally the truth. Like, I know if I need to make money, I can go make it. And if I'm not making it, I'm being a lazy bitch. Like, right. There's no excuse. Like, especially when you have so many talents. Like, everyone's like, Irene, you have so many jobs. How can there be sometimes you don't have money? I'm like, you're an entrepreneur is not, it's like you said, I can easily go back to the medical field and make money like nothing. I know that in 2 weeks I'll get another check. But with entrepreneurship, it's especially in real estate, like there's times where right now I have a house on the market like 40 days because it's so high priced and it doesn't qualify for certain programs, and it's like I'm waiting to sell that house to get a commission check that will last me a couple months. It's not as easy as people make it seem.
No, not at all.
People that are doing well, they've already put in the groundwork for all these businesses, and that's the hard part about entrepreneurship, is that you have to put in the legwork, the footwork, whatever you want to call it, in the beginning, and sometimes it takes years to become successful.
Yeah.
So,
You can't give up though.
you don't give up.
So you're in the nightlife. Okay,
I've done that.
Like he works in the nightlife. He makes his money off the nightlife. So let's just go with you. What do you think you've had to sacrifice working the nightlife?
It's time and health. Health is a bigger part. I mean, you don't realize it when you're younger. You know what I mean? When you're doing all the drinking and partying and everything that comes along with it.
The eating.
The eating,
the tacos
right,
after.
Man.
Yeah.
So I think a big part of it is health. Well, for me, it's time and health. You know what I mean? Because like I'm getting older, so my recovery time isn't the same no more. As far, you know what I mean?
That's true.
And then it's just like, nowadays, everything that's going on, people dying over certain things, it's like, you know, that you would never thought. Heart attack, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, I didn't think, you know what I mean? You just start to take life more serious.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, for me, it's just time, and then with family and stuff, you know what I mean? Because like you said, nightlife. So I'm always sleeping in the day, and then at night, that's when I work. So there is no daytime for me. So I'm not seeing everybody, and I'm not having a full day. You know what I mean? So it's just time with people that you love. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
We're running short on time, and there's a question I like to close out, but I'm going to ask both of you guys this question. So I'm going to ask you first. I'm putting you on the spot first.
Again.
So if you if you were to strip everything away, all the businesses you have, everything you do, like just strip it all away, you alone by yourself, who is Irene? Who are you as a person?
Ooh, that's a
Break yourself down into who you are. It shouldn't be that hard because you should really know who you are inside. Like if let's just say everything was burnt up, you can't even do anything with your body. Like who are you? Who are you as a person though? Like who are you inside?
Well, the one thing about Irene is she's a survivor. I don't want to say survivor. That sounds like I was ever weak, right? But I'm strong. Like, no matter what I've been through in life, I've always gotten through it. I've always been the black sheep. I've always been the girl that people underestimated. Whether it's the way I look, the way I act. I have a big mouth. I talk a lot, you know. I'm too friendly. But every time I'm underestimated, I always push through, you know. Twice growing up, they tried to skip me grades when I was, like, the only Hispanic. My mother, I'm mixed race, right? So I was the only Hispanic in like gate and honors classes. So the mothers of the other students would be like, who the fuck is this girl? You know? So I've always been underestimated. And when I'm underestimated, I feel like that always pushes me to do more in life. I feel, I don't know. The only thing I can say that's been consistent about Irene my whole life is that I've always been underestimated.
Well, let's go into that though. I mean, so you've been underestimated, but
I'm always doing better.
But still, like you're saying, you're a survivor. So who are you though?
I don't.
So we know you're underestimated, but that's a good way to come in on it. But who are you beyond that? Like who are you though? We know you've been underestimated.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Think about it. Like, who are you as a person?
She's a health hero.
Stop. I'm a person that shows other women. I lead the way. I'm a woman that leads the way.
So you're a leader.
I'm a woman that leads the way in everything I do. Since I was in kindergarten, I've always been the girl that if you're scared to do something, I'm going to do it first. Since I was 5 years old. I remember we had a school play. The other kids were all afraid, and there Irene was. I jumped down and I got all the attention. Like I'm the girl that will make you feel comfortable to do it. And the way I've always had to be uncomfortable. And,
so you're the first.
I'm always the first, and I'm always the first. I guess, I'm the first to try things, do things, and to kind of show other women or men or anyone around me growing up they can do it too. You know.
That's a good answer. and Rico.
I need a tissue.
Let's just break this down. Who is Rico? Strip away everything, which we know is a lot. The scene, everything around you, man. Let's just break you down. Butt ass naked in the cold. Who are you?
I'm a person who's just gonna catch a cold.
Right, put those chanclas on.
I mean, for me, it's pretty easy. I mean, I'm a leader. I mean, I was raised to be a leader, not a follower. You know what I mean? Don't follow behind anybody. Always listen. Don't talk too much, or you know what I mean. You can't hear what's going on around you. I'm a leader and a giver. You know what I mean? I'm selfless.
I would say that's who you are. Honestly,
You know what
the
I mean?
giver part.
And just a person who always wants to make other people, you know what I mean, happy or see what's wrong. You know what I mean? Even before myself, sometimes at times. I mean, it's a good and a bad thing, and I'm still learning how to balance it. But other than that, it's just a giver and a leader.
That's a good one.
That's what
I like those ones. All right, we're out of time, so I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
How was your experience?
It's different being on this side. I was
Were you
a little
nervous?
nervous.
Yeah, we saw that.
Because I wasn't prepared.
Hey.
But yes, but I have no problem booking other people to come on here. So
I think you know it's always he's Howls over Baaz over here. So I just want to close out. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas. Shed the Sheep. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we are out.